All right, what's up, guys? So I'm trying to upload Nathan's tier list real quick so you guys can see it pretty easily. We're going to talk about a couple of things here. So, all right, Nathan's tier list. All right, okay, we're ready. So, to everybody's surprise, of course, Nathan made a tier list, but to actual surprise, he put Victor pretty high. Like, I actually didn't expect Victor to be super high. So, him being in low A tier, which means that he's hovering to the B tier and whatnot, kind of back and forth depending on the situation. Um, it's not bad. It's not bad. And in my testing, I know it's mostly been on Talishar and whatnot, a little bit with teammates, but mostly been testing the new Rosetta heroes with teammates. Most of the Victor testing has been on Talishar, and my results are pretty good. Okay. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the list. There's not going to be a board or anything like that. We're kind of going to do it on the fly because it is a little interesting how I board. So I kind of want you guys to see this in practice, right? But this tier list makes a lot of sense to me. Where Enigma is on top, everybody, of course, has to build towards Enigma, which is one thing we're going to be talking about whenever we move over to the actual deck list. But you got to build towards Enigma, okay? Let's move this around so you can see it. So build towards Enigma, and then Dio is about to be really, really strong as well. In the first 2 weeks of ProQuest season, she's not going to be as strong as she eventually will be, of course, but when some of the new cards come out, like the Processor card that is just pot agreed, the card is like absolutely insane. This will push this to be probably the best aggro deck in the game. It just does some crazy numbers. We've tested into it. A lot of decks just cannot handle those kind of numbers, right? Azalea makes a lot of sense, of course, being a little bit higher. She has utility against Enigma, good-ish game against Dio. Dio can still just run her over sometimes, though. And then a good game against a significant amount of the rest of the field. Even against Victor, depending on how they roll, right? This is a deck that can just high roll, makes a lot of sense. And then you got your Rune Blades, you got Nu, you got KO. These are traditionally decks that are going to be a little bit more difficult for Victor. Okay, besides Azalea. Azalea and Dash.io, pretty good matchups. Enigma, that one's a little iffy depending on how they build. Aurora, I haven't tested a lot into, but I could see it going either way. Vinset is fine. Earth is hard. KO has traditionally been unfavored. If they're not playing Cast Bones, then it gets a lot better for us. Still probably a little unfavored, maybe 50-50, depending on how you win your clashes and that kind of stuff. And then, of course, Nu is very annoying, a little bit unfavored. Everything else, though, is pretty good besides Max and maybe Teklovasen because we're a little bit slower deck. You still have some game, though, into both of these, running these block cards to be able to get around their stuff, and you can just out aggro just like anybody else, right? So let's move on to the list. Okay, so this is my Rosetta Theory list that we're going to be playing on this stream. We have Anathos. This is going to be the biggest change, okay, is running Anathos again. And this is mainly a response to the influx of Enigma, okay? So Anathos plus Vambrace having a reliable way to turn that on. This is effectively a 2-card 7, depending on the situation, right? So you can think of it that way because you're predominantly running this into Enigma. This is, you actually only run Vambrace into Enigma, okay? You can still run Anathos into some of these other matchups too if you want to get a little bit more value, but as we've talked about in the past, you know, just analyzing Victor, we have found that Aurum Aegis plus Crown of Dominion is generally better overall game plan for some of the more mid-rangey plans, like the Guardian Mirror, for instance. I like having these instead of the Anathos. Another thing you're going to notice is this is the only hat besides Norrin Hood. Okay, so with the bans, Zen is a lot weaker, which is the main reason, one of the main reasons that we would play Balanced Justice. So it's still obviously very, very strong against Brute, but I don't know if that's much of a justification to keep one hat for that matchup. It's also okay into Dash.io, but I think we're a little bit favored. So basically, you would be running Balance of Justice for one matchup, potentially against something like Azalea if you want some more block and whatnot, right? But in general, I think you can get by with Crown of Dominion because these other matchups other than Brute, the ones that we're talking about, are already somewhat favored. I don't think this loses you too many points and allows you to have more sideboard tech. Okay. The other thing is Crater Fist. So Crater Fist, this one is one that I'm just kind of trying out. I think there is a lot of value in having Crater Fist to be able to use the ability. I don't see enough people using Crater Fist for its ability. Okay. This ability is very, very strong. What is the biggest weakness of Guardian in general? It's that all of our disruption are crush attacks, which means that we have to hit for 4 or more. What's the best way to do that? Give it a little buff, and then it's more likely that they will give you more cards or the crush effect will actually land. Okay? So, the reason I'm not looking at Iron Will, the other gauntlets, is because while they're good, and they're predominantly good in the mirror and against assassins, they aren't as critical as they used to be because Zen is going to die down. There's no descendant. Well, there is descendant, but there's no bonds line, right? So you don't have the easy situation where like you can block with the gloves. They can attack, react, or something along those lines. It's good against warrior, but we're already good against those, right? So all in all, I think the value of the +2 is still pretty good, and it's good enough, at least for some of these on hits that we're trying to push, to kind of close out a game, right? And still tempo back to where we can actually finish, okay? Noreen 3 is something that I'm going to be playing around with for a little while as well, because we have new influx of wizards, Verdance, and Acilio, okay? So having AB3 is actually pretty important against Acilio, because if they mind warp you for 6, or not 6, but for 5, you know, they play 3 lightning cards, they mind warp, you can AB3 and then not have to discard your entire hand. You prevent a little bit of damage. I think that's fine. This is also kind of a little bit of respect for Kano if people decide to start showing up with him again. And then against Verdance, they play a more mid-rangey style plan with a combo finish, if you guys haven't already seen. So being able to cover up some of their bigger turns, or some of their like bigger mid-range, like middle of the game turns with Tree, is not terrible, right? Because we generally want to block, of course, and sometimes they don't give us the option to block. So what's a way to get maximum value out of our hands? Being able to prevent damage. Okay, we're playing Titan's Fist, not Miller's here, just because the consistency is back up a little bit more with the way that I have the blues structured. Now we're running 4 blues that do not hit it, but everything else is solid, right? It's better against the mirror too. So if Victor is going to be in this A tier, B tier, and we see more people playing this kind of stuff, right? Then we're going to want Titan's Fist and we're not going to want Miller's, right? You tested Array Space. It's good against all the Rosetta Hero and Mech. That's true. That's another option for this as well. I still am in the weakest link train just because it is a block 3 and it's good against our bad matchup, right? So we'll talk about the deck list itself in just a little bit. But of course, the rest of it is just pretty standard. Aura Mages, Civic Steps, Crown of Dominion, Finals Spring Tunic. Against something like Verdance, a situation I would actually consider running Crown of Dominion over the hood and then having the extra one just for the other wizards, right? So moving on to the list. So this is pretty stock for the most part. The only changes that you're going to see here are I am valuing Sync Below a little bit higher in this meta, okay? So obviously it's very good against the assassins. It's good against like warriors and whatnot. But I think we want a little bit more block value against decks like Aurora for when they do the burn up shock style plays, okay? So just having more just inherent 4 blocks might be a little bit better. Big thing though is Pulverize, okay? So with the way I see Enigma transitioning is she's not going to be playing this kind of 2 for 6 game plan as much because they don't have to worry about Zen anymore, and they don't have to dilute their deck with all this tech to be able to like make their bad matchups somewhat winnable, right? So they're going to probably push more towards playing more Sync Belows, more Fate Foreseen style plans, more 3 blocks, and they're going to set up more of these like really problematic auras for us, like 10K and whatnot. They drop a 10k and you're not able to clear that, it's bad news. That's the reason the matchup is going to be bad. If they do not, and you're able to limit their board and make it to where they cannot make as many counters and then just drop a 10k type thing, then you have a pretty decent shot at beating them. But Pulverize is just there to make sure that you can clear their board in many different situations. Of course, you need 3 blues and tunic counter, or you need to heave it and then draw the blues type thing. So there is a little bit of risk there. But later in the game, if you see these later, they're actually a little bit better because you're able to plan for those accordingly. Okay, so again, everything else is pretty much stock. Zealous Belting, E-Strike, and your Rousey Ancients are your ways to push. We're on 32 blues, or 33 total, but 32 in most matchups. We're siding out Hold the Line in a pretty good amount just to make room for the Pulverizes, which sounds counterintuitive, but trust me, it works. Then the Weakest Link is there because it's good against our bad matchups in the Brutes. It's good against Dio. It's good against... That's mainly it. It's good against like MST heroes and stuff like that too. Let's see what other heroes that it might be. It might be okay against Verdance because if they're trying to plan towards their OTK, you can snipe a potion. There's just very minuscule style things. And obviously it's good against like ninjas and stuff too, right? But there is an option to maybe playing a race face over that. It's just I do value the 3 block and I value the on-hit ability of this. And against Cecilio too is another one where it's really good. So yeah, everything else is basically standard. Hold the Line to kind of supplement our lack of Balance of Justice for the Brute matchup. And it can be good in other matchups too. It's not amazing, but it's mainly there for Brute. Okay? So why don't we just go ahead and get in some games and see how this thing does, right? So we're going to go OpenCC because we want to test the new meta. We want to try these things out. While we're waiting, I'm going to catch up on the chat. Aren't they going to have to worry about Dash after October 18th? Yes, that is the case. So, hey, we got a Dash IO. I should have went second, but that was on me. I'm used to playing some of the MS, or the new heroes, so I just auto-click first. But yeah, so this is a matchup where we're just playing the standard equipment, and we're going to be boarding the 2 blocks out, right? Keeping some of these here. We don't necessarily need Pulverize either. And Weakest Link is good into this matchup. I think the other side, we could potentially get rid of a Pummel. Even though that is a good play, we're going to be spending a lot of our turns blocking and trying to prevent the grenades. Right. All right. So let's get going. Want to play the 60. So here... not much that we can really do here. I think we're probably fine just arsenaling the Chokeslam and not really doing anything else. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. We got a couple of block cards to be able to draw some cards, playing a Boom Grenade. Now there is a potential to maybe attacking with this Chokeslam and keeping this Test of Strength. I value the Trounce very highly, but if we can stop... maybe a BIOS update or something like that, it might be worth it. Yeah, let's go ahead and send. Because if we are going to be blocking a good amount, then it might be worth mitigating some of that damage. So we did, which is good news. I'm going to pass this. We're not going to arsenal that for obvious reasons. How do I feel about 10 foot? So I haven't tested 10 foot, but I don't know if it's a Guardian card, as weird as that sounds. Because, so this is great. The penetration script makes it to where they get buffed and Chokeslam says, no, you don't. So now we can test to shrink that, get the card that we need. We're cooking. But yeah, 10 foot, it's an interesting card for sure. I think it is actually better utilized in decks that need more block power, as funny as that sounds. Okay, so in this situation, I think it's just an easy disable here. Just to try to threaten their arsenal. They got a ton of stuff now. And then we can arsenal this Golden Sun. Be able to play that on a future turn, potentially. So they just took it, got rid of their arsenal. They don't care, they're going to zoom. Now, unfortunately, we got a Pummel. We're not going to be able to really play that. We could potentially arsenal it, depending on how they decide to play out their turn. So 0 to 60, this is coming in for 5. They boosted a Fast and Furious, so they got an extra counter on their pen script. So in a situation like this, I'm not super fond of blocking additionally. I think there's really no downside to doing so, though. We might be able to give up the shield, just go ahead and get the value out of that, just in case they do decide to make a boom grenade. Okay, so they did another processor, which means that they can't just like auto throw a boom grenade on the board, so we don't really have to play around that anymore, but they're zooming with all these cards. Okay, High Octane is like one of the craziest combos that they can do with this, right? Just a zillion cards. Okay, so this is coming in for 5. I think we're probably okay. Giving another block. We don't have to worry about a boom grenade or anything like that. I think we're just going to try to mitigate as much damage as we can. They're going to unload the gun here probably as well. If I can help it, I don't want to block with these two cards, and this card doesn't have like a crazy on hit. They've already drawn all of their cards, so them opting doesn't really do a whole lot. They did bottom the card, that's something to note. So 2 here. Another 2. And max velocity. Okay, this is kind of what we were worried about, right? So in this case, if we take 11, we'll go down to 18. We're pretty far behind. I think it's just a game where we need to kind of sit back a little bit. Sucks to lose a pummel, but it just happens. Okay, Tekla Core got some more resources to make their turn a little bit better. Only one processor here. Other processor is gone. Another Fast and Furious to keep the pin script around. It's pretty good. I think I'm okay blocking here like this, just because this will help us kind of guarantee that we won't get beat up by a random boom grenade. They still have a item slot that they can put down. How are you guys feeling about Rosetta? I've been really enjoying testing it. I have a lot of fun with the Earth heroes personally. Okay, so they got 2 more resources off of their core. Another pen script. Okay. So they are just hyper aggroing the heck out of us. So they're cranking this, playing a dissolving shield. I'm not super concerned about that one, and that's all they're doing. Okay, using their... Okay. I might play something besides Guardian, or you will. Okay. So we could probably give up these 2 cards. I know we're missing out on the gold main. Actually, there might be an argument to blocking with these. I think it is probably right to block with these just to keep the extra blues, just in case. So they're shooting their gun. No more action points, taking an arsenal. I'm willing to risk drawing a red off of this estate, just because we can always swing hammer afterwards. But then, worst case scenario, yeah, this is great. This is great. So we can just zoom in with this, go ahead and get this out of our arsenal. It's kind of bricking us a little bit. We could theoretically, I think it's probably right to draw a card. Let's draw a card, because we have the tunic. Yeah, that's great. So now we get the arsenal, this guy. We don't need to set up like huge cast homes or anything. So this hold the line would have been way better against against their like double pin scripts, obviously, but this is a turn where we just block out. We don't have the feasibility to do anything with this. They have a dissolving shield anyway, so I'm not like super concerned about that. So this will be their last cerebellum processor. They are cranking that to get the extra draw, which makes sense. So they drew a card. So this hold the line is actually online now because they drew 2 cards. Yeah, Florian is super fun. I've been having a really good time with him. Good time with Verdance as well. The new heroes are boring, to be honest. I'll stick with Riptide. Fair. So they haven't drawn 2 cards, I believe. So I'm okay just giving this. And then if they cap off their turn with the processor, then that's fine. I don't know why they wouldn't Cerebellum unless they just like needed a blue on top or something. Heist is strong. So Heist gets back a lot of stuff actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This gets a Cerebellum. I think we are forced to block this out, unfortunately. And they correctly played around the hold the line situation. Unfortunately, it's just a 2 block in this instance, but now they get to draw a card, shoot the gun, maybe, T-bone me. That's annoying too. Okay. Yeah. All right, we're getting zoomed on. Oh, they're just shooting the gun again? Not even getting value out of... Oh, they are getting value out of it. Uh-oh. Pretty good. Pretty good for them. Lost all of my mites. No value. It's blocking time. Under loop. Okay, so here... Of course, I'm trying to just cover up what I can. Spark of Genius. Getting an item, cranking it. Another Boomer. So Expedite is coming in for 3. We can give him a card. Next turn might be a turn where we just try to zoom with the... Well, we had to block with the card, unfortunately, but ideally we were going to like draw a couple of cards and try to pummel, potentially. All right, we're hurting for a block card next hand. Okay, we got 2. Hey, ask and you shall receive, right? There was an argument to maybe taking a bunch of damage last, I think 2 turns ago now, and then just setting up that pummel. We could have been in kill range, but it would have been pretty significant, honestly. Okay, we did win. That's great. So we can give Trounce. Hopefully we win this. We do. Great. They undid their turn. What the heck are you doing? So Symbiosis shot here. No go again or anything like that. I think it's probably fine taking this and seeing if we can get a better draw. We can hammer for 4. They're blowing up their dissolving shield here. I think it's probably fine going ahead and burning this. I hate it, but there's not going to be another opportunity for this. Now, as long as their turn isn't just like crazy, it will be okay. Their dissolving shield. Kind of forced into blocking for obvious reasons. Expedite. Do that. 0 is annoying. Another 0. Okay, we're done. So he has some pretty crazy turns, for sure. Now you can see the power of dash. It's pretty wild when they go off. I think I might have misplayed on that one turn. I probably should have taken a lot more damage and sent back the choke slam for a billion. Just kind of got tunnel visioned on like trying to prevent the boom grenade, but honestly, I think there was 2 boom grenades, so it's like an argument either way. Yeah, but that deck is crazy. That deck is very crazy now, especially when they get so many cerebellums early. Okay, so against Florian, I think I'm okay actually just going second here. Even though they do have the potential to like do a couple of things and whatnot with their stuff. I'm gonna say Norrin boots. You do need 1 piece of Norrin against them. And then in general, I'm not big on Zealous belting in this matchup. Not big on weakest link either. I think Sink Below is kind of medium here. Let me find. I have another. Did some analysis on this. Let me say hello before they leave. So against Florian, I am boarding out. Yep. Hold the line also. Where are you? Ah, they disconnected. Oh, it's up here. Okay, for future reference, we'll know that. But yeah, the hold the line and the sink belows. Okay, so against Enigma, this is the primary plan with the pulverizes and whatnot. So we're taking out the D-reacts. I'm actually not big on weakest link into this matchup. And then I'm actually fine taking out the disables, wherever they are. Where's disable? There it is. Actually, let's go that and keep this, and I actually like that a little bit more. But we're going to play Anathos into this matchup and then the rest of the good stuff. So the reason I like the 5s is because with... God dang it. See if they want to do another one. Had the wrong equipment. So we need Vambrace. All this stuff is fine. And then taking out this stuff here. Boom, boom, boom. And weakest link. Okay. Yep, makes sense. Okay, so here, not really much we can do with this style of hand. I'm just going to pass priority. And then we'll arsenal the disable, I think. The main reason I want to pass priority there is because if they play an instant speed, then I can attack the instant speed and threaten that. Okay, so weakest link here. If they pummel me, I'm going to be like, what the heck, bro? But that's okay. Okay, they don't pummel. Just astral etchings. So it looks like they had a non-functional hand anyway. They probably wanted to block in the first place. Now I'm happy to do this, and I can hold Vambrace up with these 5s, right? So you can think of these as like playing a bunch of Thunderquakes against this style of deck when you play Vambrace. Because it kind of comes in for 10 in a roundabout way. I mean, it's not like a perfect 10, obviously, but it also plays really well with your pummels and whatnot, too. Chokeslam isn't amazing. It's only really good against something like Levels of Enlightenment. But yeah, so they don't have an aura. There's no reason to just like fade the Vambrace. Just like actually a pointless card. And we'll do the estate a little bit higher, just to make sure that we can get there. So haze bending can be kind of annoying. We don't have a lot going on with this hand, so I'm pretty happy just attacking this haze bending, just because us presenting damage here isn't like super critical, and they could be stuck with a bunch of defense reactions if they're playing that style. What kind of car do you think Vic drives when his horse needs a rest? Probably a Ferrari or like a Porsche or something like that. Anything with like a horse emblem, right? It's got to be. And you know he's a big spender, so he's got to have some cool stuff. Okay, so Mana Station and Mirror Guide. This is just 1 for 4 attack, which is pretty lit, to be honest, right? Because we get to block with this test of strength and be super happy about it. Now we can set up our future cast homes, and that's pretty sweet. Now we've got a bunch of blocking cards that we're happy to just get rid of too. And because they have a mirror guide, there is a potential that they can add some more counters to this at instant speed. I'm not super concerned about a spectral shield, but then we have to think about the structure of our hand. So I think it's actually fine to take this, because we can heave this Thunderquake given the entire hand, and then depending on what their other option is, this doesn't have to go again because it does have a counter. So we can just play the Golden Sun, even though it eats up into our gold. We'll see some more block cards and be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and burn a gold to go ahead and try to get this mirror guy out of the way. We'll use the Vambrace, so this is effectively coming in for an 11, right? Oh, you're right. Yeah. So you should just use it in general. Okay, so this is a full cover-up anyway. Not much we can do about that. There is actually a significance to heaving this Thunderquake, because if we do end up seeing a Pulverize, then we kind of help set that up, right? So, hey, look at that. So now we have a Manifestations. Here, I think it's probably just correct to take this. Potentially, I don't like using the Golden Sun if I can help it, and we can use that for Vambrace in just a second. We are leaking a little bit of damage here, but it doesn't look like their turn is doing a whole lot, considering they're pitching a red for this. Just attacking for 1. Okay. So now we can just go ahead and overpitch for this, have the 1 floating here, keep our Tunic, and that feels pretty strong, right? Got 50 viewers right now. Appreciate everybody hanging out. So we're going to use Vambrace, of course. We have the ability to. Why not? What if we just like Tunic pummeled this? Obviously we can't, because they know what this card is. We'll put the Fear of God in them, though, for sure. Got more D-reacts, maybe? Okay. So we cleared the board. Happy about that. Now I'm pretty happy putting Rousing Ancients next to the Disable. So we'll put that next to there. Golden Sun, see it a little bit quicker. Depending on what we draw with Trounce. Okay, I guess we're just not doing that. So now we can just play Thunderquake. Get that out, and we can replace this with Rousing Ancients. Okay. Unmovable, sure. Sure. This is from hand, so they are actually leaking 1 damage still. We'll have this Rousing Ancients ready to go just in case we draw blue or something. So the safe line is to block with Spinal and Trounce, but I think there's a lot of value in playing the Spinal because we don't have a pummel or any setup like that. So I'm going to block with the Command and Conquer. If we lose this, it's going to be very odd. So this is a 5, so we can go ahead and break this, target the opponent, draw the card. Okay, this is fine. Pretty sweet turn. So I think the best line here is to just play the Spinal and then keep the Tunic up again. This is coming in for 10 as well, so that feels good. It's also going to be a potential crush effect. Okay, it is a crush effect. Nice. So they get 1 attack next turn. And then we have our backup here. So we have... Let's see. We can do the E-Strike. This is pretty sweet. So they just play the Shimmers. Pass their turn. So because we have the Rouse the Ancient's Hand, we can play this and attack with this, I'm more inclined to do that. So we'll go ahead and play this. We get to reveal our 1 card. Oh yeah, 14, baby. And we definitely can pummel this too. I'm pretty happy pummeling this. Of course, it's dependent on how they block. They've already used 2 or 1 unmovable here. So they are not blocking. I think I'm okay actually doing this. Because they really want to keep this Restless Coalescence for their Shimmers because they just get like insane value off of it, right? Punching them down. Punching them down. Okay, getting rid of a Miraging. So that's fine. I don't know. I don't think it's super correct to hit the Shimmers. I think there is a lot of value in it, though. They are at 17. We can present another 13. We don't really have a follow-up play planned. So if they do have a really big turn, then it could really bite us in the ass, right? So with 3 cards, what could they do to us? As much as I hate it, I think I'm going to attack the Shimmers. Because that's like our one way to lose to like a mirror guy. Okay, so we have E-Strike Blue on bottom. So I'm going to go blue Pulve. This I don't really care about. They're giving this... Yeah, they got to transcend. There you go. Then do the transcend. There you go. Okay, now you get to draw a card and it's coming in for 4. Because it's giving me attack +1. This might be an okay situation to go ahead and use the Civic Steps, because we know that they're going to attack with a shield, and it has go again anyway. We want to keep this hand. If they draw another levels, it's just kind of like it feels bad, but we saw them block with one earlier, so the likelihood is kind of low. Erase Face. Okay, Erase Face I don't care about. That's fine. I'm not drawing cards anyway, don't worry. It's fine. But we want to have this Command and Conquer in Arsenal for when we draw our next pommel. It's like the primary thought process here. Okay, so this is threatening their arsenal, which will get a couple of cards out of their hand. So the matchup looks easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. Okay, Homage, stir the pot, getting some Transcend. There will be a turn coming up where they're going to use their Traverse. It might be this turn. They're playing more of these like 2 for 6 style Enigma. I actually do think this is a little bit favored compared to the other one. It's probably still a little unfavored, but this is definitely better than playing against like the full wall style build. Okay, it's time to traverse. So hopefully we draw a pummel and we can clear the mirror guy that they're definitely going to be putting down. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like another immovable here. So they're preventing that and get 1 shield. That's great. We love that. It means the likelihood of a 10k coming down is going to be a lot less. So, okay, this is a great hand. So again, we knew this was probably going to be happening. So in a situation like this, they have 2 cards. I can give them a quicken token. They want to attack with their spectral shield as well. So go ahead and get the value out of the steps before we know that it's going to like really mess us up. I'm going to go ahead and blow this up and target the opponent. Yep, so that's good. So we're very, very, very likely to clear their board here. So we take this. They attack with a shield. We don't have Tunic counter up. We need another blue is the big thing here. I don't think we can reliably block this, as much as that sucks. But if we drew a blue off this gold, we'd be cooking, for sure. So, okay, so we draw that. I think we can still just do it. Yeah. Because no matter what card we draw, we can bottom that with E-Strike. Yep, this is right. Okay, so let's bottom you. Go again. Please make this deck a thing so we can feast on them. Fair. I see what you're saying. Now we get to go 3 wide this turn, which is pretty crazy. This is a 17 value turn. The likelihood that they keep their mirror guy is very low. Okay, what do you do here, opponent? So we've used 1, 2, 3 block cards. We really need to try to get the other ones. Make sure that we get the value out of that. Okay. So you got something. Okay, you're saving your mirror guy by doing this. Sure. There is an argument to using Van Brace at that stage, but I think we can just clear doing it this way too. And go ahead and push the life total a little bit lower. Mathematically, yeah, so they could Oasis the previous thing, which would then mess up our turn a little bit. Okay, and then we'll hammer. They can't stop this. This is impossible. Okay, so we cleared it. We're happy. Now we can probably just zoom some more. I don't like zooming very much here. I think I'd rather have that in Arsenal. We can always Van Brace. To pump it up to 6. I'm okay keeping this hand. Just because we have a guaranteed turn on for Zealous. Okay. So they get rid of one of these cards. Okay, so they got rid of disable. We got a replacement for that, just fine. So I'm going to show you guys a little trick here. Hopefully this works in here, but this should trigger to where the test of strength triggers first. So I get to draw the card, and now I get the cell sculpting. And because they know of the Zealous Belting in hand, I am going to play the one from hand. Victor as Go Wide Aggro is probably the only Guardian deck I'd ever play. Yeah. He's really fun, for sure. I like playing this style. Cast Homes is so crazy, even though we're not going to be able to play them this game pretty much, but... Attack. Or no defense, I mean. Okay. So, taking it down a little bit. This hand is kind of mid, so they're just playing the 10k, which is like pretty wild to me. So what is the situation here? I mean, it's pretty annoying for sure, right? I think we bottom this. Maybe we draw a card. Guarantee this 6. Let's draw a card. We're using this gold. Alright, not a red, please. Okay, cool. So we bottomed this. Now we can for sure make sure that the 10k is sufficiently threatened. Okay. That's fine. We'll attack for 6. Hopefully they can't cover it up. Okay. Sick. So we have weathered the storm on that. Okay, shimmers. Unfortunately, we don't have a way to actually do anything. So this is a very unfortunate hand. We'll just attack the shimmers for obvious reasons. We'll pitch the gold main just because we can't use it. This turns on hammer next turn. Now we give them a full card, or yeah, a 5-card hand here. Probably have some reacts, maybe. So hopefully that messes them up a little bit. Another shimmers. Okay, Sacred Art. 2 shields. I think there is value to... Okay, double Waxing Spectre too. Jeez. So we got to present some stuff. I think we have to play the Zealous Belting now. So this is going to get go again because we overpitched the Spinal. We have 2. We can always tune and counter Anathos. We're probably going to pitch the Trounce here. Yeah, I'm using the Vambrace every time. It's just the ones that I don't do it, they don't have a board because there's just like no point. I did miss the one on the Oasis though. I will admit to that. Okay, so 3 shields. They have 6, 7, 8 here. So Diplo. I'm going to go ahead and burn the Vambrace here. Because this will get 3 shields. Yep. Okay, then we're going to have to tune a counter. I want to keep the test of strength in hand just because it's a way for me to push back a little bit. We're on turn 15, so we know our pitch deck is coming up here too. Actually, we're already at it. So we get the Wax Inspector maybe. Yep. Okay. So this Restless Coalescence is actually going to be pretty annoying considering the Shimmers. But we just have to threaten their board more at this stage. So here I think I can go like this. We're not going to Arsenal for obvious reasons. Okay, so Restless first. Because they want to get the counters on that. Okay, let's go ahead and win on Test of Strength. Never mind. Yeah, that's a noof, unfortunately. Okay, I mean, it's not over yet. We still have this pummel that can maybe clear their board, but it is looking very, very hairy at this point. Yeah, if it was any other blue, we would have sent the Spinal. That the last estate, or did you pitch one on turn 1? I pitched one turn 2. Okay, so this is a full block. Again, there's no reason to Vambrace. It doesn't do anything. I'll get the Arsenal this pummel at least, right? Okay, so there's the estate that we knew about. Probably just block with it, or we can maybe Macho and then pummel. Are they attacking with this? I think we just have to take this. Yeah. All right, so 4 plus 1 plus 1. Oh, it's a lot more, actually. I just have to go low. My only way of beating this is taking all the way down to 1. Yeah. Yeah, this is the only way, really. Because they have board 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're just like banking on getting rid of all of their stuff. Pretty much. But yeah, this game is over. They got this one because we were pitching our estates and using those to like kind of keep the pressure up. Other coalescence. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, they kept passing the turn when we had a bunch of block cards in our hand, which was, you know, definitely correct for them because they were just setting up board and it definitely caught us off guard. But if they were attacking us on the turn that we had like the double block card, it would have been crazy. But yeah, now they get to keep their board, so it's pretty rough here. They get to attack with Coalescence, which will be a 3. Okay, they're putting a counter on it. Yeah, this game's over. Well, we'll go through the motions. Yeah, so now we have to give 2 cards and attack with a shield, and then we die. So, all right. Yeah, pretty tough matchup. Little too liberal with the gold at times. Pitch stacking the state is good, but when you don't have enough gold, yeah, I agree. I agree. Whereas to a turn where you think you should have cleared the shimmer, at the end of the game, no, because I had to clear their board. That was more of the concern, right? Okay, they quit. Yeah, hindsight 2020 for sure. Also, I think you have went zoomy zoomy when you didn't want to zoomy zoomy with zealous. Sure, there was a turn where I did kind of lay back on that, but we'll try it again. We'll try it again. We want to go first against this. Then take out some of these cards. Don't want weakest because it doesn't do anything. Choke slam is low damage. Then we want that and this. Okay. But yeah, so all in all, I'm pretty happy with the way that was played. But ultimately, it wasn't like amazing, right? Uh, with a hand like this, obviously, it's just like Arsenal the Zealous, right? With pass forward, you see what they do. Block a little bit, clear their board, Arsenal estate. It's kind of the game plan. Unfortunately, we can't really like overpitch, but I think it is probably correct to go ahead and get rid of this. So we can get rid of haze bending, and we can't ban brace because the chain link just stops, right? Okay, we've got a trounce, which means that our estate is going to be pretty strong. Um, I think they're going to do something else, so I think this trounce is probably fine. Just maybe it is correct to go ahead and use it just in case. This is guaranteed. I think even though we're losing a point of value here, I think it's probably worth it. We can draw Rouse the Ancients if we get lucky on this. Okay, that's good. Yeah, Waxing Spectre, not overly concerned about that, right? I think we just have to take that, and then we can play. I think we do want to Rouse. We'll reassess if they attack again. Pretty annoying. Honestly, this is probably the best hand to block with this. Because we can Zealous with Vambrace and then Rouse. Arsenal to Rouse, I mean. Now we only have 1 gold, so this is pretty poor at this stage. I know that sucks, but like I think it feels right just to try to clear this stuff. So that was one attack I did not want to see, but it is what it is. Okay, we go ahead and Vambrace here. See if they like sink below or something weird. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get 2 shields here. Okay, we didn't get the shields. It's interesting. Oh yeah, yeah. It wouldn't make sense for it to be shields because it wasn't 5. It was 6. Do we clear the shields? Ooh. like that. We did it. We cleared the board. Okay, this is Arouse the Ancients hand. We can rouse the Ancients into Arsenal, another Rouse the Ancients. Okay, give me that go again, sure. Big brain play, let the damage resolve, then give it -1. Haze bending, very annoying, very annoying. So Enigma is giving us the business as well. So far, we're pretty far behind. What's up, Nico? Welcome back to streaming. I appreciate it. It's been a little bit. Been a lot of prep and whatnot for the Tampa World Premiere, which was fun. It was a good time. Made day 2. Had a pretty okay first draft. Second draft, I drafted like a mediocre Aurora and just lost. Okay, so we Vambrace here. Unmovable, sure. So Vambrace carries over. Just keep that in mind, guys. So when we attack with this, unless they specifically give the 2/3 blocks, then it's fine. They could still attack. It's coming in for 5. Preserve Tradition. So they give a card. Yeah, they just give it up. Sure. Oh, okay. Didn't expect that one. I'm going to be real. No, it does cover it up. Very annoying. Haven't seen that card in a while. Okay, some more good go against stuff. So here, I think it's probably fine just getting rid of the Command and Conquer, preserving a little bit of damage here, sending back the Zealous Belting. There's no world that we're doing everything anyway. I guess there is a world technically, but golly. Bull Enigma. I think Guardian's fine. I'm just kind of getting hosed here, unfortunately. Got a 20? Jesus Christ. What sucks too is like they can do this play pattern where they give up their board and then just like play another board, attack me for a little bit more, and then just kind of do this back and forth with what they're doing. It's actually pretty interesting. Yeah, we're super far behind. Not having the shield for cast homes is like pretty rough. Maybe I should be playing the cast homes out. Like maybe one is okay to play out. But most of the time, you really need them to like push the game. Gonna be this crazy traverse turn. No. Okay, maybe not. Embrace. Okay, so they get a shield. I'm actually pretty happy just attacking them a little bit more and keeping their weapons off the field. Flying Bread is playing Enigma now. Oh god. Traverse block says Mirror Guy, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm gathering from this information for sure. Like they don't normally block with this card until they go like, hey, here's a Mirror Guy, I'm gonna attack you for 8. Which means that we are probably just dead at this point. Because we're so far behind. Luckily, this isn't a shimmer, so we don't just get like turbo boned from it. Okay, making a spectral shield. Interesting. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to take this one. Yeah, astral etching, so that makes sense too. Double astral. Yikes. That is rough. I wish I blocked. Oh my god. this is rough. No. Oh my god. Dude, this is crazy. Yeah. So this is coming in for 9? Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna give you my boots because I'm probably dead. Jesus. We do get the Rouse and the Golden Sun next turn, which is kind of cool, but uses our last gold. It's probably pretty bad. Oh, no attack. Okay. We have conserved a little bit of life. Attack you. Play cold foil Anathos Judge will grant you a gold token. Man, I wish. That'd be crazy. Thoughts on cut through the facade, destroy auras, smack reality tower, destroy all token auras, and Victor. I think the facade card definitely has a potential slot. Like if we're having a really hard time into Enigma, then that's probably just correct to do so. I'm gonna pass priority on this. They probably just have some D-react or something. Oh, okay, they just let it go. Sure. They're playing with their food at this point. I mean they don't have a board anymore, so there's no reason to play this. So I'm just gonna attack them. They really want to utilize this quicken token, you can kind of tell. Yeah, might as well have been a mirror guy for sure. It came in for 8. God, that destroyed me. Hey, we got him to 25 though. That's pretty cool. Uh-huh. They get to go again with that. That's pretty spicy. Okay, so what does our next turn look like? It's just going to be a golden sun, right? So we'll just block with this. There's no way we're casting this at this stage of the game. We have no life buffer, so. Then a waxing spector. It's pretty brutal too. So we got to give you a little bit more block. We're not playing for the. We're playing turn by turn at this point. We can't play for good follow-ups or anything like that. This is hard. This one is hard. It is overpowered. They have played one sink below, one immovable. They have another one. We are actually just dead. Like another immovable, we're just destroyed. All right. Show me unmovable, and I'll hit that concede button really, really quickly. Okay. Still clears your auras. Sweet. Okay, never mind. Okay, so they take the counter. Clear these. Okay, yeah. Clear one aura and the shield. It'll be the Waxing Spectre. Waxing Spectre down. Waxing Spectre down. They get to replace their shield. So gross. Hey, we got a block card. I like block cards. They're pretty cool. So they have no go again with this, which is pretty sweet. Uh-oh. We're getting destroyed. Miss on my block. Gonna see any Verdance? We might have to swap decks at this point. These Enigmas are just blowing me up. Okay, so I'm just gonna pass priority here. Because this does clear their board, and depending on what they do, I can still clear their board with the pommel and the tunic counter, so... So that was just me playing towards a potential... You transcended this card. Yeah. This card has been, like, pretty strong in these decks, too. I've been seeing this one around. I think test of strength is just fine. We'll end up blocking with the civic steps, probably. Lose? Great. Love that. Very cool. Very fun. Okay, so this 100% is getting astral etching. Oh no, we saw this card. Okay. Yeah, so in the bone zone for me. Yikers. And then they'll play some like 2 for 6 and just destroy our entire chance at like winning this. Nice. The Dachi lock. Alright, it is time to throw our good card. Those are the first two. No. We saw a trounce earlier too. Did we win that trounce? No, we had to break the trounce to win it. Yeah, that sucks. Been on no gold the entire time. Okay, this screams sink below, but I literally have to do it. Or Fate Scene, one of the two. Yeah, it is what it is. And then they keep a blue, and then they Dachi lock us out, right? Okay. We got a block card. Hey, let's see if we can go one more loss. Why not? Oh, we won. That's crazy. Wild. Wild that I actually won one. You love to see it. Okay, so I have all that. There's no way. I guess my only like weird out would be to crack a gold, draw. Oh, no, I can't even do that. All right, here we go. We got there. We got the thing. Yeah. All right. Sick. Hey, look, we have a resource for Vambrace. 2 card 8. Oh no, our Vambrace resource. Yeah, they're playing to their win con. It's very obvious. Lock. They got a blue. Good game. Yeah, that was rough. That was rough. Maybe we can get a different one on this stream. But basically the way the matchups goes, it's pretty similar to what it was in the last meta, except like you really have to lean on these visits, and we just haven't been getting there. And the downside to playing Anathos, while there is a lot of upside, is we'll go first against them. The downside to the Anathos is that we're not able to start with the Aurum, so we're not able to immediately capitalize off the visits for obvious reasons. So, don't like Zealous Belting. Keeping all of these cards. All right, never mind. But yeah, against them, I'm pretty okay with siding out like Trounce and the 2 blocks. That's kind of the idea. Okay, so against Florian, we don't want this. Let me say hello before they leave. Zealous Belting's weakest link, and then Sink Below, I'm not huge on either. It's like fine, but I think the rest of these cards are really strong. But yeah, we just do this. We want the AB in the boot slot, and then we're good. Okay, so they're on Dread Scythe, Crown of Providence. This could be like a pudding list. So we don't really have a whole lot going on with this first turn. So I'm going to go ahead and pass. Give them the opportunity to like play some fruits or something like that, and then I'll consider doing something. Okay, gaining some life, doing some AB or some root jam action. So they're probably going to Dread Scythe, so I can probably reliably go ahead and pay the AB. I'll go ahead and block the Spinal, because I'm not going to be able to play it this turn. I can block with the E-Strike and then send 7 back. Yeah. Or I can just send 4. I think 4 is okay, but we probably want to go ahead and get rid of this. There's not like huge upside to having it. It does give them... They don't have enough Earth. So I think this is probably fine. So we're not going to get blown out by like a root bound situation. But yeah, this armor is like actually fucking stupid. Okay, so filling the grave a little bit more. Now we have Golden Sun Pummel, but I don't know if that is that amazing. I think I might be okay just setting up this Pummel here. Potentially. You wonder what that idea behind Dread Scythe is? Okay, well, I can tell you that. It's not too terribly difficult to understand. So if you're playing a bunch of this life gain and you expect to be a little bit higher life than your opponent, then the Reaping Blade is not going to be that great, right? So you're just kind of like making sure that you can press the advantage by having this and not just handicapping yourself with the Reaping Blade. Even though Reaping Blade is really good because you can make 2 rune chants, then attack. So you basically hammer for 5, which is pretty sweet. So we can pummel... Uh-oh, this is pretty bad. How do we want to approach this? This is pretty bad. Okay, so we got to get rid of a card. I think we get rid of a state and just block, as much as that sucks. So we'll go ahead and use this to prevent the 1 that it's coming in with. They're going to decompose, so this is going to be a little bit higher. We'll get rid of the visit for maybe second cycle. And then we can block 9. It just looks terrible. There'll be another opportunity. They can't felling every turn. I mean, they can, but I mean, who's that lucky, right? Trounce. Trounce time. Felling is so insane. I feel like it was designed by the same person that made Codex and Bonds. I mean, it's the Earth Codex. Like, both Felling and Plow Under are absolutely bananas cards. Like, they're so insane. And Barkskin is just fucking stupid too. I mean, look at this. Like, my pummel's gone. That's cool. Oh, they didn't decompose. Oh, they couldn't decompose. Oh, that's fucking lit. All right, let's get lucky, chat. Let's get lucky. That's a 4, so we can target ourselves. Yes. Got there. Oh, we won with a golden sun too. Oh, baby. This is lit. Love it. Love it. So 3 mites, 2. So yeah, I mean, we're just going to command and conquer the heck out of them for 9. I'm looking forward to playing them in Terra. Yes. If Terra is adult, then I am going to absolutely eat people alive with that deck. It's going to be like one of the coolest Guardians ever. I mean, I tested Terra before Felling and stuff came out, right? So it's been pretty cool. Because they're using the crown. I am going to go ahead and pummel just because like it is really, really good. Just get the value out of the hand. Guarantee a forced discard. Now, something to keep in mind too that a lot of people forget about is the well-grounded. So if they're 2 off, then like just something that you got to really, really think. Say like, okay, they could do this. Germinate for a bunch. So it's only coming in. Okay. Just made 4 rune chance. It's probably fine. Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy just sending this Spinal. I have 2 cards in hand, so it could look like pummel. Yeah, 777. I hit the lottery on that one, right? It's pretty sweet. This screams I have a decompose card that I want to play if they block like this. Okay, yeah, sigil, sure. I can pay that. I can pay that without using Tunic. It's pretty cool. So yeah, 3-card hands are a little weird from them. What are you doing? Yeah, you can't grasp here, bro. Unless you pitch 6. Yeah, they were going to grasp and then felling. Okay, so I think we can just get rid of this pulverize. We'll go ahead and pay some of this out. Pay the taxes. If we get a blue, that's cool. I should have used Tunic. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Because we get a free Tunic counter next turn, right? So let's go ahead and get the value out of it. Okay. So now we're going to get rid of this pulverize, block with our block cards, and then just pray that both of them win. Bottom, give me a blue, please. I need to rearrange the stack, but whatever, it won. It would have won anyway. Okay, bunch of gold. The hammer for 5. Ooh, baby. We could Golden Sun here. I don't hate that. Not crazy about it, but I don't hate it. Because the way we're going to end up winning eventually is going to be with Golden Sun value, probably. So we wait on this until we get a golden or a Goldmane Estate. I think this is fine. This also kind of plays around the Sigil of Suffering that we know they play now. We know they have a block card, so it's like this is not the best. Okay. Ooh, lots of rune chance. Keeping Arsenal is kind of sus, you're right. You are correct. So with all of this, what does my turn look like? I really want to play, I think, Spinal. I could play CNC, I suppose. I think I just take too much damage. So it's 5 rune chance, 6, then block. Yeah, it's kind of rough, right? It's really not a good situation because this CNC just doesn't do anything right now. Yeah, I'll just block it out, I guess. We have a strong late game too, so... Oh, wait. Did I take it? What the heck? I think I clicked too fast. Okay, block. There we go. This game's hard. Alright. They haven't seen any root bound, so maybe that has a card that they're stuck with. Now we got our Goldman stays. That's pretty cool. I'm just getting like insane value out of the grasp now. This one we take for obvious reasons. We could block. Maybe we win. We did win. Nice. So this estate's going to be crazy. How about 8 might tokens, opponent? Do you think that's pretty good? Oh my god. Well, I think now we just send Golden Sun. Now that we have a pummel. Get around the situation and getting like blown up by a plow under. But they pitched a plow under earlier, if you remember, and then this other one is the one they played. It is likely that it's coming up now, right? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, well, they do get 5 value out of their sigil, but whatever. It's pretty good. Pretty good turn. Okay, this turn is great, for sure. So I can block with a boulder drop, because this card is medium as fuck. Then we boom Shakalaka with a 17. Holy moly. They said, I'm going to block 6 with 2 cards. Oh my god. So this is them still taking 6. They have sigil. I'm going to pay. Yes, I would like to pay. Thank you. The fact that they block that much is crazy. It's so insane. We got a rouse though, which is pretty cool. Zoom in. Oh. Feel like I'm in danger. Alright. Double Bramble Spark is... It do be kind of crazy. And there's no way for us to, like, stop this either, which is kind of sad. But the only way we stop it is by blocking our whole hand. Is that worth it? Probably not. I think we just, like... This feels bad saying this, but, like, we could just take it. See a disable. Because we get Rouse the Ancients plus E-Strike, which is crazy. It is their life total. Ah. Ah. Okay. That is pretty strong, opponents. Pretty strong. I don't think that there's any reason to not do this. I will go ahead and buff the power. I considered doing draw, but that just makes it an easy block. They take 3 here, which is pretty sweet. Okay, so this is forcing cards out of their hand, which is great too. They still have some really crazy 1-card plays they can do. Just do that, sure. I think it might be time to crack a gold, just to see if we can get a better arsenal target. We don't. Is it time to crack the Crater Fist? I'm gonna do it. Boom. Send 10. Oh, well, they had they had really good comeback. No. We love to see that. Yep. We're here for entertainment value, folks. Uh-oh. I need this test of strength to go crazy. Crazy. Okay, so there is value to leaving this. So if I win and it's a red, then I can command and conquer pummel. I think that is pretty good. But we're taking a shit ton of damage to do it. Yep. Hate to see this kind of hand. It's rough. But hey, I trust that this is going to be exactly what we need. I trust right here. Take 6, go to 12. Draw what we need. Look at that. Crazy. Now we get to arsenal this instead of use it for pitch. Boom. Shaka boom. Alright, so if they have a root bound, that's like pretty rough for them. We haven't seen any root bound. So it's like super likely that it's in this hand. Super, super likely that they can get extra turbo juiced. Easy. See? Hey. There it is. Told ya. Oh, dude. No! Failing. We hate to see it. So, this card is actually not really going to do anything. We can estate plus maybe play Golden Sun, which I do like. I think that's kind of our line. Go to 7. Oh. I mean, this sets up like the guaranteed kill, right? Is that crazy? I mean, what do? They don't have Rune Chant Bomb. They could send a bunch of damage, but as long as I... I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for content. 17 might tokens. Ayo. Uh-oh. They got something to do. Felling? Oh, it's just a tilling. Nice. Alright, so this is coming in for 8. So, Talshar isn't programmed to show this as 8 yet. But when you pass, it goes to 8. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. 17, boy. 17. Dude, crazy. They're dead. Hey, we won a game. Isn't that nice? Oh, double root bound. Oh, they had the entirety to cover this up. If it wasn't double cast stones. So we did it. We did it. Nice. -8. All right. So in hindsight, it was correct to use second castle. How many games have we lost? We lost 2 Enigma. Got 1 against Florian. Easy clap. That was entertaining. I'm pretty happy to see something like that. Everybody said that matchup was crazy bad. It is probably not great, but that felt pretty good. We saw our cards in the sequence that we needed to see our cards. It's crazy. Okay, so we got an Aurora. I kind of struggle with this one, like deciding to go first or second. I think it is probably just correct to go second in most scenarios against them. I do think you want Northern boots. I think Civic Step is kind of a liability. So against Aurora, I do against her. So I'm taking out Hold the Line. Sure, they draw some cards, but this card is just like inherently a 2-block, which is kind of mid. Pulverize, you're never playing this card, so you might as well just cut it. Zealous Belting is a bad 2-block, and so is Rouse the Ancients. So we're going down to 29 blues, which can be a little rough, but we have Sync Blows to kind of supplement that. Okay? So, looks good to me. Let's try it out. Okay, Sigil of Lightning. Yeah, they just do nothing. I'm cool with that. So now we can go Choke Slam, Arsenal the Spinal. I think that's probably our best bet. They do play a lot of like Nimblism style effects. I think that's probably fine. I do want to get on an Arsenal, I believe. There is an argument to playing the Spinal, but they're just going to block it out anyway, right? So they got plenty of armor to do so. Yeah. All these new Earth heroes, I'm like super, super excited to play. I've been playing a lot of Earth. I have like, I don't know, 60, 70-ish games on Earth heroes alone and having a great time. Sigil of Suffering Yellow is a choice. Do I pay for this? What the fuck? I guess. I don't think... That's so weird. Okay, whatever, I'll take it. I think the value of my arsenal is a little bit more important. Oh, hey. One card for yellow. I mean, you are correct. That is how that works. I don't really give a shit about the arcane damage. I'd rather just stop the on hits. Glittering Charge do be kind of crazy. They can't buff it, so we can just block like this. I'm going to try to keep the majority of this hand if at all possible. I'm going to end up blocking with it. It's like almost guaranteed. Okay, so they get the somersault to play it again. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. Oh my god, yeah. All right, so we're blocking the whole hand. Let's go ahead and block here and here, just in case they do something weird and not attack. But they would be sacrificing a bunch of damage by doing that. All right, blah blah. You got us. Good turn. We got a Trounce and a Weakest Link. Both these cards are very strong. I don't know if you noticed, but there's 1-2 cards in their discard that are already no blocks. So this card, kind of good against them. I mean, this card's also insane against them too, for obvious reasons. But yeah, this hand, great. Theoretically, this should be like an okay matchup. Again, I haven't played it a whole lot, but it feels pretty good so far. The other thing about the Gauntlets of Iron Will, instead of this, even if you wanted to play it into this matchup and think that you would get the value, they'll play the Lightning Press during the block stage before the in response to the trigger of the Gauntlets of Iron Will. So you don't really get any value out of it, right? So I don't know. It's like they both blocked 3 basically is the kind of the trade off. Is just this one has a little bit of utility on certain scenarios. Being able to like push a choke slam really hard is really nice. Opponent telling them to refresh the page. All right. I'm going to start a poll while we're waiting. So, what team are you? Or, so Team Earth or Team Lightning? I'm just curious what people are enjoying so far. Hopefully that goes through. Ah, we had a 1 Team Earth. So many votes. Look at all this. Team Earth. Everybody loves Earth. I love Earth. Earth is so fun. I just really like having uninteractable disruption. It's just like obviously insane. So it's like, oh, Codex was broken because it was uninteractable discard while also turn extension, and felling and the plow unders, right? They're uninteractable. It's just like, oh, you think your Crown of Providence is good? Sure, it's good against my CNC, but like, who the heck cares about that when I got plow under? All right, they are not responding, so obviously that doesn't count, right? We won't count that there, but all in all, that feels like it's pretty okay. I did refresh the page. So it gave me the option to like win the match, right? Or claim victory. Because they're the one not responding. There's more Team Lightning now? What the heck? I look over, look back, look over. It is completely swapped from Earth to Lightning. What are you guys doing? All right. Let's try this one out. This one could be very rough. I think there is value to playing the Crown of Dominion because, like, you're kind of forced to be aggressive. I think because if you don't, then they'll just combo you, and then you have like no counterplay to the combo. It's just like actually not possible. So here, I don't really like Sink Below. I'm not big on Weakest Link, even though it does have a couple, like very minimal on hits, but you have to kind of get lucky. So the rest is Hold the Line. Not a big fan of that. Do like Polarize a lot in this matchup, actually. So the last thing that we kind of think about is, do we like Zealous Belting or do we like Trounce? So I think the high roll with Trounce is actually pretty good. But they can, if you catch these in your hand when they're just sending a bunch of arcane, it's pretty bad, right? So you got to hope that they're battle mage. Whereas this card is just like literally 3 card 9, which is the same thing as a spinal. So it's like whatever. So, but based on my arguments, I think it makes the most sense to probably play like this. Yeah, and they're running the general equipment suite, so that makes sense. When I was testing a lot of Verdance, the only thing that I like really disliked about this deck is the fact that your arm slot like actually just sucks ass. Okay, so here I'm not overly thrilled with the contents of this hand. I think I'm okay keeping this card in hand and pitching this maybe to second cycle. Because these Earth matchups can actually go very, very long. They're also playing Storm Striders, I just noticed that. That's a little weird. This says Aura tokens. This does hit my thing. That's super frustrating. Uh-oh. Oh, it's not an Aura. It's not an Aura token. That's on me. This hand is like kind of mid, but it does present 6, but we don't get an arsenal set up. It's kind of whatever. I think it is probably correct to go ahead and send it. This is an Aura token. Yeah, I misread that. I was like, no, my gold. Okay, so they're taking this? No, they're not. All right. A lot of people have been playing Max Klein's list that was in that one video. I forget the channel that it was on. Apologize if you're watching, but I did notice that list. Thought it was interesting. We got a tree and a destructive Aether Tide. All right, so we pitched a Command and Conquer, so we want to put a blue next to that. We got a Goldmane estate, which is pretty cool, but in this case, yeah, I'm okay with that. I can actually play the Goldmane and be pretty happy. I can just block the Disable. Set up for a bigger next turn. Yep. So this is where Scour could be really annoying, is that they scour all of these mites away. And we don't have as many block cards in this matchup because of their arcane that they're trying to do, like Destructive Aether Tide and Mind Warps. So I think playing the Goldmane estates when you see them is probably right. This hand is kind of mid. I might be okay taking this, just in case I can play. Okay, you're annoying. You're annoying. Alright, fine. I should have paid. Alright, CNC. I don't know if I want to Arsenal this, the more I think about it. I was hoping to play it just because it was like damage. I think I'm not gonna Arsenal it just because it's not that great. Okay. Attack me. Please. No, it's a tree. Fuck. No! They played a tree and did nothing. This is the worst. Here's my 3-card 5. Or my 3-card 9. So mid. Yeah, I feel like this matchup is pretty bad just because of how defensive they can be. They can be so turtly, right? I might end up pitching this for AB if they don't look like they're going to attack me. Oh my god. No. Not like this. Please attack me. Please. This could be a disaster. Uh-oh. We're playing 32 blues. It's not like we're like super low. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, we're amping for 4. Yikes. Uh-huh. Yeah. I guess I'll AB this. This is pretty bad. Oh, Forked Lightning too? Oh my god. This is a disaster. AB2 and then take 5. Oh, it's so bad. And watch, I'm gonna get like plow under next turn, and I'm gonna want to die. Oh god. Where's my reaping blade? No. Can you please attack me and stop hitting me with this arcane bullshit, please? Please, please, please. It's so hard. They keep doing it. I asked them nicely, and they just won't stop. I'll take this one, because I need the contents of my hand. Ah, I told you. I knew it was happening. You degenerate. My arsenal, I liked that one. Now my pitch stack is awful. Okay, I'm just gonna block, maybe. Let me think about this. I think I like this card more. So I'll keep it like this. Go ahead and use my Aura Mages while I can, while they're actually sending attacks. Instead of just Arcane. Pop the bubble. Yeah, this looks like Max's list. Alright. Well, we found another one. I'm not going to complain about that. I guess I'll attack you and arsenal my Pumal. And the next turn we get scoured, and then we feel bad. I have 1, 2, 3 Earth. Verdance feels very tough. Oh, why are you in the same hand? I can't even attack with you. What the heck? My, you kidding? I've been the one playing these more recently. This is trash. I I hate that card. Playing against that card is so annoying. Oh fuck! What the hell? Oh, you're gaining life. Okay. I was like, how am I taking more? I'm just gonna send 8. And arsenal this pulverize because I'm a Chad. I'm a big Chad guy. Arsenaling my big pulverize. I've drawn like an all red hand, so it's like maybe reasonable to assume I draw some more blues. Alright, I gotta pass quickly before they see that I have a heave card. Hey. This does it. This oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes, yep. By all means. By all means. Don't mind if I do. Don't worry about it. Have you ever seen 14? It's been a while. Verdance, this is probably the first time you've seen this card cast against you in this new meta. Ah, take 7. Sounds good. Arsenal that card, because we like that card. That card's good. Destructive Aether Tide. Pay 1. Spinal. Because it's just the most damage right now. It's not, but you know what I mean. Like, we'd rather keep this. They are blocking out and playing a potion. You heard it here first. Hey, they did it. Okay, so this hand is kind of crazy. I like it. So we can play this. Show you both of these. Then we can send another 7, since we don't have this. Now, we don't have pummels coming up, but we can set this up to be a freaking giant boy. They have snapbacks on the deck. That's interesting. So it looks like they're really heavily leaned into the arcane side. I guess they're playing like more Rollander-ish. Oh yeah. And you're attacking me? Don't mind me. Hell yeah. Oh, that's it. That's it. Got me another gold. Ready to go visit Daddy. Oh? Hey. Look at that. Send 8. Sometimes this deck plays itself. They're not turned on. They might be with a root bound, but I don't have to worry too much. Their full combo does like a shit ton of damage though, so like if they do find the rampant growth and stuff like that, we could just like explode out of nowhere. But like if they go healing pot, maybe sigil. I don't think we've seen any sigils. They're playing Summer's Fallen to me. Oh, they took it? Okay. Fingers crossed that this Golden Sun does a crazy amount of damage. Okay, they're zooming. Unfortunate. This is where AB would be pretty good. Okay, so this is for 6. 2. So they probably have like a Fort Lightning or something in their arsenal. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's all making sense. Yeah. All the way down to 12. That's pretty brutal. We're not close to the other pommels, so I'm okay using this tunic, I believe. Arsenaling this Spinal Crush here. The poll is 11 to 11, 50, 50. Okay, well, that just means that Rosetta's a good set, right? 16. More than your life total, but they got that bark skin. They got those D-reacts. They got all the things that could just do some crazy stuff. Bark skin is so nuts. They keep printing like some of the craziest shit. 16 is quite large, yes. It is quite big. That blocks for 2 here too, which is pretty sweet. Sweet for them. And a rebound carapace, so they're only taking 5. And now they're turned on. They're horny. Okay. Wait. I miscalculated. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, hell yeah. They just couldn't do anything? Oh, this was early. And we drew some... Wait. It's turn 14. How am I already seeing this? Oh, this is the first one I've seen. Oh, I'm just stupid. Well, luckily it worked out. Fate foreseen. You have something else for me? Gain alive? Sure. This is better than just discarding it, right? I'm gonna draw a card. See if we can do something better. Alright. Fair enough. 10. And give me 2 cards here, or at least 1 card in Barkskin. Yep. Probably another D-React too, if I had to guess. Yeah, they're very defensive here. So they have Sink gone. Fate. Maybe another Fate. A Rootbound Carapace is pretty likely as well. It's not likely. It's actually, I believe, guaranteed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the other Rootbound. So this is only for one, but let's evaluate what they got. Okay, so they have a felling here, another felling there. Could be another felling. I don't believe it's another plow under. So if that's the case, I feel like that's what it is. So I'm gonna keep the card for blocks. Damn it. Direct me. I guess it's like, yeah, this is worse, for sure. Oh my god. For real, bro? For real, though? Okay, Hmm. Okay, there's a risk to drawing a card. But theoretically, if they Emeritus and Snapback, that's 7 damage, which we're at 7, and we can not die. Maybe. I don't think it's worth the risk, and that's asking a lot out of our opponent. So, yeah, it's the best I've got. Paper Scene, Rootbound. Dead? Dead? Yeah? That'd be pretty good. On heck, kill you. What is happening? Okay. Plume for the rebound, that makes sense. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Because it's an action card and an instant card. So they can instant speed get rampant growth or life. Yeah, that works too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so they're just dead. Yeah. Sick. Good game. Good game. We won against a Verdance. I did not expect to win that, to be completely honest. I was sure that they had a felling of the crown. I was convinced. Convinced. Okay. Deck is not the worst thing in the world. Probably could use some improvements, but hey, that's okay. All right, so again, Florian, make sure we're consistent. We don't want these. We don't want this. We don't want these. We don't want this because we like the block cards against them. I think Pulverize is pretty sick. These are just 3-card 9s. Always to reiterate that this card is no better than playing something like Spinal. So, and it blocks 2, so it's just worse. Holy pummel. Holy pummel. Dude, just like don't do anything to me turn 1, and I'm gonna Command and Conquer pummel you. It's gonna be sick. Watch him face Purgatory me and make me feel like a doofus. Make a rune chant? Arcane Seeds, okay. Sick. Sick. Surely they don't have Pummel turn 1. Surely not. Running any new cards, by the way. What do you think about 10 foot tall? The anti-aura card. I'm not playing any of those, but I think that anti-aura card, it could be fine. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it personally. I mean, the sound is kind of whatever. I'll swing 4. Set up some more gold generation. 10 foot tall and bulletproof. Like, I don't know. I played that card in limited and it just like cucked me one game, so I'm like kind of scared. I'll pay the rune chance because they have 3, and then we have a pretty decent block here. So yeah, trigger that. They have Looming Dooms in their deck. What the fuck is going on? Reveals test of strength, Looming Doom, sure. Target yourself. Okay, I got it. Sick. And I got a Might token too. Nice. I mean, the only real thing to do, I guess I can hold on to this Command and Conquer for like a different situation. Send this Choke Slam. I don't know, Command and Conquer is kind of annoying for him, right? Not thrilled about arsenaling either of these cards. So this could be like a red Choke Slam effectively. It's kind of what I'm thinking about. It is annoying. I'm gonna play this. So you want a bunch of games with 10 foot tall, sealed battle hardened that Tampa. Yeah, the only issue is like it's good when you're ahead and you're using it for offense. And it's really good when your opponent wants to go like super duper tall. But I don't know, like it won me a game or two, and then it like lost me a game against Michael Fang. I was like, yeah, this it's hit or miss, right? Like the IP penalty is actually pretty giant. Have you considered that you are simply not tall enough to play 10 foot tall and bulletproof? That is a fact. I am 4 foot away from being 10 foot tall. It's kind of a lot. Ah, you're telling me I can prevent so many rune chants? Dude, I love this. This is great. Yeah, we'll just block this. If they attack with Reaping Blade, I'll just play CNC. Oh, they can't attack with Reaping Blade. Yeah, I'll just block this. I think the card is legitimately amazing limited, like pack one, pick one. Really? See, I would not have guessed that. But I need to do a little bit more like draft stuff. Seems more playable than Pulverize. What do you mean more playable than Pulverize? It's more castable than Pulverize, if that's what you mean. That's a fact. That is for sure. It's definitely awkward to have to pitch it or arsenal it early for sure. Especially in the Earth Mirrors, it's saying to get 10 value off of one card. I mean, that's true. Getting it's the same kind of like idea with Pulverizes. You're doing so much like fatigue damage because it just forces cards out of your opponent. See, if this was a 10 foot tall and bulletproof, I'd be able to play this card right here. Be crazy. Do I care about keeping this? Yeah, probably enough. It's gonna be next to a it's gonna be next to a Golden Sun, but whatever. Block block. I could potentially block with the Aura Mages there too, but probably just save it for their own CNCs. Pass the turn. Another unplayable card. If I draw blue here, it's actually very playable. Do I play Edison, like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Edison format? Is that what you're talking about? The answer is no, if that's what you're talking about. But okay, this is like actually shit tier. This is pretty bad. So I think we just block here and probably block here too. So we got to put this card on the bottom. Hey, pitch stacking. Am I right? So here, probably keep this. I think, yeah, I'm okay taking some damage because they are on Reaping Blade. We got there. Pretty sweet. I don't think it's worth playing this at this current stage. I think it's probably just a little bit more value to play this. We'll pitch the blue just to get another blue down with the Rousey Entrance. This is coming in for a breakpoint as well, which is pretty cool. Now, I do run the risk of getting face purgatoried, because this is pretty likely for them. Because they could face Purgatory, 2 block non-attack, and then a 3 block. It'd be like the perfect amount. I guess Bark Sin is pretty strong too. Yeah, see. This does make it awkward. They have to grasp too, which is pretty sweet. This is a bluff for Pummel. We get rid of one of our really good cards though, unfortunately, but it's fine. If that was actually a Pummel, I'd probably draw a card just to make sure that I get there. Cad Tilling is pretty strong. But this is just an easy here and then play Chokeslam. But if we're not careful, we're going to start getting outvalued. That'll come up. They're already at the decompose threshold, so. This card is so crazy in Florian. It makes 2 embodiments. It's just fucking gross. It's so crazy. Hey, Goldvein. We like that. Aw, you douche. Okay, so that makes 3? Am I crazy? Hold on. No, he has 3. Oh, this is only 1, I think. No, it should be 2, right? I'm gonna take this. Yeah, it's 2. And they have 2 in the back. I want to keep this card for Arsenal, I think, even though we haven't seen the Plow Under. If they play a Plow Under, it's going to be a little annoying. But I think it's kind of worth. It's just so hard to play around some of this like uninteractable disruption for obvious reasons. Like, it's pretty much a guarantee that they're gonna play that this turn, and then just like make me feel sad about my cast homes. At least I get to gain some gold, and I can probably set up bigger cast homes later. Okay, Citadel of Earth. I don't know how I feel about this card in CC currently. I think it's fine. Okay, I'm not going to take, or I'm not going to pay for the Rune Chance, but I will go ahead and I think block with these 2 cards with the intention on getting a... Oh, they didn't have the Decompose. I'm just going to do this then, because this guarantees that I can do some... Guarantees. Nice, got there. That was kind of risky, but like, it's kind of worth taking the risk there, I think. Oh. don't mind if I do. I'm gonna play it too. I'm gonna play the Spinal. Just do it. They're taking. There's no way they're taking those. Yeah. Dirge Gaming. I mean, they didn't plow under me last turn. They gotta be plow undering this turn, or like planning on it, maybe. But I showed them my hand. It just like makes no sense for me to do that. Lose 6 for 8s for a mistake. Yeah, those cards are crazy. They're so good. They're so good, yet Guardian is like so mid right now, especially in this new meta. Victor's like the only one that's okay. He has like the chance to tango with some of these other decks because it's mainly if this card didn't exist, this like Guardian would be pretty dead. Oh. So I think we'll just take these. They'll probably make another 2 if they're trying to exhaust like majority of their hand. But I think I'd rather just go ahead and get the block 3 guaranteed out of these, because if they Reaping Blade, it'll make sense. Said good about Guardian being mid. What you got against Guardian? See, look. I calls it how I sees it. This play is so crazy. Just literally one card deal 5 is so broken. It's so broken. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and draw a card. So I have the extra. What is it? Guess I can arsenal that. Alright. Send 9. 1 card 9. Autumn's Touch Red is a choice. So not blocking with a non-attack here, which is interesting. That's the Rune Blade hands for you. Sometimes you just don't have the non-attack. That's why this card is so crazy, is because like you get to pick the hands where you have the like non-attack or the double non-attack if you're playing against a go-again style deck. Card is like fucking stupid. It's so stupid. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Earth. Yeah, they got plenty. This is Looming Doom card do again. I haven't seen this card in forever. Destroy all rune chance you control. Put that many on there. Can you remove a Doom counter if you do deal 2 damage to any target, otherwise destroy it? It's like, I feel like that's pretty mid. I feel like there's better options. This is good if you're being mid-rangey, right? I think I'm actually fine arsenaling this because I feel like they'll probably play a plow under. Another tilling? Okay. What do? Okay. So this is like gigantic damage, obviously. But we're taking so much to do it. I think it's probably just fine to do this and set up for another turn. We're getting like mid game. I'm gonna go ahead and use this just in case I have the opportunity to like either pop it or there are gonna be some turns where these like rune chants are gonna start fucking me up. But hey, pulverize. Pulverize with no on hit, right? Block 3 blue non-attack. Yeah, sure, but there's like other options, is what I'm saying. Like there's plenty of other options. There's like Oath of Arknight, which like, well, here it is playing that. Then there's like the new Slaughter card is pretty decent. Like it has utility. It buffs your Reaping Blade too. So you can like make 2 rune chants, play it, pop one of the rune chants, blow up something. It's like fine. Okay, we got him down. Got him down to 17. Hey, we can't gain life anymore. Unfortunate. Uh-oh. His hand's mid. Okay, so what does his hand do? It's not much. It probably just blocks. So I can pay 2, 3, block, send E-Strike. It's like so bad. I think that's all I can really do. Feels really bad. Doesn't send Reaping. Can't do that, buddy. Can't do that. Can't put Malefic out. Send your Reaping Blade, sir. It is good damage. Honestly, I think it's probably fine paying it. Blocking with the choke slam. It's just like super mediocre having that kind of hand. We're able to prevent the entire damage. It's like not bad, but we're about to get our booty hole plow under, and this pummel's gonna never be seen again. This hand plays chokeslam E-Strike. Pretty cool. Another Malefic. Do they just not play? Okay. This is gonna outvalue the fuck out of me. Just join. Tell me about the Florian versus Victor matchup. Who's the better mid-range deck? When they get their thing turned on, this is definitely the better mid-range deck for sure. It's not particularly close. I mean, our only hope at this point is to just kind of weather the storm of these Malefics. Or this one Malefic, I guess. We're going to be probably blocking for a little while. Hmm. Watch them looming doom me. That would be crazy. Hmm. If I take all of these, then this doesn't have go again anymore. It's pretty lit. I guess I'm going to play a debilitate and pummel it. I guess. I guess I can crack some gold too. Bro, what the fuck are you doing? You just gonna take that shit back? I'm gonna take this every time. Wait, what did you play something else? No, no, no. I think Scar is on play. He's going to germinate. not going to germinate this turn. That's for sure. I think it's just crack gold time. Try to find something like halfway decent. Do it again. Bang. Alright. That's pretty decent. Okay. Maybe a Talishar Gliss unless I'm misreading Scar. Scar is on attack. Ring Chancer, which is before attack. Oh. Yeah. When you play Scar? Is it like when it resolves? Is that actually wrong? I think I just give that. I don't want to just heat this pulverize. Okay, so did we do it correctly or what? Should I feel bad or not? I should probably feel bad for heaving a pulverize and just saying, opponent, what are you going to do about it? So tomorrow, getting probably felling or something. It's like the best card. Yeah, I guess both trigger simultaneously, sure. What a douche. My pulverize. Not like this. I guess I'll just play this Cranial Crush. I suppose. It's like fine. Yeah. My pulverize, no. If I had it all red in, that'd be the greatest. I'd be like, oh, thank you. This is the best. Best case scenario right here. I know, it's the worst. This is so grindy. Is there a chance we fatigue? There's like no shot, right? Like fatigue them is what I mean. King. Yeah, whatever. Let's do this. Hey, got there. Hey, 8 beats 7. Okay, this is solid. So I give. Is this solid? I guess I could play Debilitate. I think that's probably the best option. Look at the Crater Fist. I don't think we're using it. 7. Yeah, I mean, Germinate late game is very, very good. And their weapon is good. Yeah, I agree. It's just like they're pretty far behind mathematically, like on their deck. I mean, they could get there, right? They have like crazy Germinates, but they have to give. They're blocking with the Germinate. They have to like Arsenal one and really set it up. Is that the dub? It could have been the dub. You might be right. You might be right. That could have been a misplay. Miss lethal. Oops. Oh, I found lethal. Okay, so if I play this, get a red, I can still play it. Yep. Okay. All right. When? Question mark? Yeah, never punished, right? Just draw better. No! Fair. Fair enough. All right. Well, it's a good thing we played the mites. Rune chance. We'll just pay for it. Block here. That's pretty big. That probably does it. Unless they have another react. Oh, they get to choose which order it resolves? Okay. That's fair. Hey. We've beaten all the Earth decks, which is like not what I expected. We're still a dog into Enigma, but it hasn't been bad overall. Like these decks seem, at least in this first iteration, pretty beatable. Let's see if we can get the Enigma redemption. See ya later. Don't like you, and don't like you, and don't like you. GG easy. Just draw a bunch of cards until you draw the card you need. It's great. Dummy thick, easy peasy. I don't want to just arsenal this. That might be the. Oh, they're on reality fractor. What the fuck? Generally, I arsenal to red, but like, it's fine. Block, block, play command and conquer. Okay, well, not block, block, overpitch, kill shimmer. We might be able to beat this one. Who knows? Oh, never mind. Darkodius says I'm dead. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. They are stirring the pot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's it's pretty rough. Pretty rough for me, buddy. So like, I am faced with a dilemma. Do I just kill the shimmers? I feel like that's probably correct because they're probably gonna save the restless, and then I'm just gonna feel like a dummy. Yeah. All right. Fine. This is like such an early shimmers is pretty brutal, pretty gross, pretty nasty. Was reality fractor Enigma good against? Apparently Guardian. Oh, we did it. And fuck you. They said, oh, you killed my shimmers. How about another one? Fucking dumb. The worst. At least they're not attacking me this turn, I guess. I mean, like, what do I do now? Do I just attack them with Command and Conquer? And pummel it? Is that the answer? I guess I have Vambrace up too. I'm gonna do that. Like that's like the only option at this stage. Oh, please don't block anymore. Don't do it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We did it. We killed their board and also Vambrace. So they have to discard a card. So cool. Is a reality fractor just cooler Enigma? I don't know. I feel like if we were holding that, it'd be pretty hot. It's like celestial energy. I don't think there's anything about it being cool. The fuck are you doing? Oh, you're putting a counter on that, so the thing still dies. So like whatever. What the? What is happening? Oh wait, I'm so confused. Get rid of it all. Get rid of it all. What the hell is going on? 1, 2, 3. Whatever. I trust in Talishar. Oh, this hand sucks. 7? 7? Oh, it's 8. It's even more. Jeez. I guess I'm just going to kill the Shimmers. He's flipping. Oh, it's Ward. Okay, thank you. That helps. I'm so confused. Give your attack -1. Wow. Really gonna say I don't have high enough IQ? And you're probably right, but I haven't seen this card in a while. They've all been playing like the Make a Spectral Shield one. Yo 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 yo. Yo yo yo. What are they attacking with us? Oh, it's all Illusionist Horrors. That okay, so yeah, gave it go again. Okay. Yep, I'm following. Got it. Understood. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna kill that. Because my hand doesn't do anything else otherwise. I'm so slow. Gross. Just attacks for 8. It's so crazy. I wish my hammer attacked for 8. Did they arsenal a chi? They might have. Silly goose. I'm not drawing my block cards before my Goldbane stays. This is the worst. Uh. Yummy, yummy. I guess I'm just gonna play this shit. Get it out of my arsenal. Draw me something good. This is so bad. This is such a bad situation to be in. Guess I'll draw a card. Is there something better here? Pummel would be the best draw ever. But we did not get the pummel. So I am just going to, I guess, CNC. This game is over already, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, I've been playing Anathos because of the Vambrace and trying to like make sure the boards are cleared, but it's been pretty rough. Pretty rough. I mean, honestly, like the testing tonight has shown me that this deck is just like not the best into Enigma. Already kind of knew that, but it has always felt at least a little bit better. Bro, fucking what the fuck is that? Oh my god. All right, my only like thing that I could possibly do is just like force the shit out of this. Just pray. Okay, great. That's cool. Oh, we did it. Neat. Wrong card. Boom, boom. Attack. Hmm. Okay. Need Dio and Aurora to pop off to keep Enigma down? Yeah, probably. Because those matchups are fine for Victor. My poor Guardians and Warriors. I know. Sadness. Alright, is there any world that I crack this gold? I think I just like have to. I've already seen 2 estates, so it's just like, okay. Let's try. I don't hate that follow-up. It's fine. Send it. Send it, send it, send it. Dude, it's so fucking big. Yeah? Yeah? They said protect the baby. The baby is protected. Okay. Yeah, they did it. Whatever. Does make sense. See ya, Boots, but we are dead. Please. Please. I have a family. Oh my god. That's so crazy. We did it. But our hand sucks. Oh no. Okay, I have 1 resource. Can... Alright, please be a blue. Okay, this is where I extend my hand and say good game. Good game. You did it. Alright. I want 1 more. I can't end on a loss. We're 3 for 3. All the losses are Enigma. Uh-oh. Okay. Uh-oh. This is rough too. Uh, on these cards. Do like all the blocks. I like most of these, I think. Just play more. Just play more. Fuck it. Not like this. Hey, at least it's not Enigma. It's okay yet, I believe. You think they attack me with something else? Maybe. I can block with this. No. I'm gonna block with this. Nice. Attack me again, please. Let me filter my hand. At 3 thunk. Block. Okay. Here's all my thunks in my deck. Hey, that's pretty good. I like that. Now, I revealed a Golden Sun there too. That was kind of high rolling. Juicy. Juicy. Oh, and a follow-up weakness link. I do like that. I do like that. I think I'm going to pitch this because this is the more annoying card for them to swing back at me. Ah, they got him a little Transcend card in that hand there. They got him a little transcend. Ooh, this card. This hand fucks too. So they're gonna transcend and get rid of a card from her hand, so this card is dead. So we're likely just to play. Is it worth just like blocking with this? Is that crazy? I'm gonna do that. I'm calling their bluff. I think they have a transcendent card in hand. Yeah. Bro. I calls it as I sees it. Mm. We can get rid of Thunderquake now that we gotten rid of Disable. There's 100% not a blue on top. I'm not willing to take that chance. We'll see in a second if it was a blue. 11. Yeah, that estate goes hard here. It's crazy. All in all, Victor's still fun, especially when you're doing this kind of stuff. When you're like 11. Oh, we got adjust the neck too? Yeah. I hate that card. No way. Another Transcender? Pass? No Arsenal? Okay. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Well, I mean, we just send the team. They can just play this card, but we could get rid of it. Am I okay putting a cranial into the yard? I think I probably am. I'm not like overly concerned about that. The last time you saw a weakest link for 11, it was an Enigma. How does that work? This is close to that other one. I don't want to set that up. That's pretty gas. Okay, so it's another Transcend card. We know that. That's guaranteed. So we got to get rid of a card. They could do some other fuck shit with that, I guess. I'm gonna give the fist because I want to conserve my golden, my estate. So there's the path well traveled. Makes sense. Yep. I think I'm pretty open to just getting rid of this card. I think that's fine. This gives me like a little bit of defense and I can do some other stuff. What are you doing? Okay. Glad I kept it. So they have a Fang strike in hand. So just something to keep in mind. Play the home. Oh. I do like that one too. That one's pretty good. I can go ahead and hammer here. Go ahead. Might as well. Try to get a card out of them. Alright, never mind. They said fuck it. Okay. This funnel does nothing anyway. Maybe we can E-strike. Worst case scenario, maybe swing hammer. Why hold the line? So it's just a filler card. Like I found myself cutting a blue a lot, so I decided to just get the equipment. But yeah, I found that I was cutting a blue a lot, so it's a card that I can cut and be like reasonably happy. And then when I want to bring in the other blue, it's actually pretty fun. So, okay, I mean their hand is fucking crazy. It's gotta be, right? So, I mean, just a nick. They have a Fang Strike. It's pretty disastrous for us. They get rid of a card, vanish a blue. Block with both of these. It's fine. I know I'm getting hit unless I block exactly for 9. And then if they have a follow up somehow, they could always undertow stilettos and then do something else, which is pretty bad. This is a hard situation because it just the nick plus Fang Strike just really, really destroys me. Maybe it's a no block. I think it might be a no block. I'm gonna no block this. Mm-hmm. Yikes. So I'll break a gold. Why not? Hmm. Did I break another one? I think so. Rip. Hmm. Alright, looks like it's a hammer. Actually, I'm gonna pitch the spinal. Spinal isn't as good. Take it. Not take it. Okay, fair. I respect it. This hand zooms. Love it. I'm a fan. Bonds, and then I have a reaction for it too. That's pretty sick. Get rid of this and get a blue, maybe. Please and thank you. Okay. Okay. See you later. No! Alright, I'll just play Trick Slam. Art of Desire. Next top card of the deck. If it's blue card, draw a card, and gain one. Mmm. How many gold do I have? 4? Sure. I don't want them to draw a card. It's the big thing. Yep. Yep. Makes sense. Pulverize is actually bad in this matchup the more I think about it. Because of the daggers. Okay. Uh-oh. In Test of Strength, I trust. Please. Thank you. In Test of Strength, I trust. Don't mind me. Just coming in with a CNC. Ugh. Oh my god! It's disgusting! Another one. Blah. Got him. Mm, I think I can just heave the pulverize, actually. Is that all my pummels? No, this could be another pummel. They'd fucking shit a brick if I pummeled it again. Be awesome. Uh-huh. Yeah, heave. You and you. We'll read this card. Okay. Rip. Rip me. Unfortunate. Hiya. I just noticed that they're at 13. That's pretty cool. Siren's Call is pretty crazy. Yeah. I've always known that card was quite strong. How many levels have they played? Played 0 levels. So, do this. Mm-hmm. They present something that doesn't matter. I'm going to give them a quicken token here so I can play the pulverize. Because it'll incentivize them not to, like... They'll have to dagger, or they don't want to play their first attack because it gets a quicken token anyway, so this is pretty good. 15! 15! Pulverize without seismics. What do you mean? I just did it. Sick. This hand is just okay. Let's make it better. Let's make it better. It's not better. Attack you. Guess I can heave a pulverize again. I mean, I feel like I kind of just gotta make them have it, right? They got to pay for soon. Sure. I'm so confused. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Again? They probably have something for it. Whatever. Don't blow it up. They're blowing it up. Unfortunate. They're not blowing it up. Oh. Don't blow it up. I am taking the fuck out of this. Yes, please. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna pulverize you next turn. You're gonna hit me with. There's not a disable because I strategically did not put one of those in there. Yeah, I'm just not blocking. No, sir. No blocks from me. Maybe pulverize is good. Maybe it is. Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Oh, you're cracking Google. That makes sense. Okay. I know. It's coming in for more. I understand. Attack with your beckoning, but misblade. Oh, you're E-striking. Feel like beckoning misblade would just be better. I'll give you the tunic, I suppose. Okay. There's a lot of damage. A lot of damage. 14. Or 15. 35 to 3 looking pretty good. Take some attacks. Oh, yeah, you for real. We mean Pulv is unplayable versus new. I'm doing it now. It's not great. Because it just stops the dagger. It's like, whatever. Is it unplayable? Yeah, we're not doing that. Appreciate the game, though. All right. Well, we went positive this stream. Pretty sweet. It's twice playable. You're right. See, Soul's got it. Understood it. But yeah. No, I don't. Okay. Overall, I don't think Victor is that bad. I think the Enigma matchup is very, very difficult. So, oh no. So, anyways, here's 15 for sure. I mean, this card is like so crazy when you can pull it off. And like, it ended up being really good in that game. I can't complain. It like definitely clawed me back, right? So, um, but yeah, Enigma's hard. This might be a meta where it's just like you gem roulette and hope to God that you just don't see an Enigma, even though there's going to be like 20% of them. Because I think everything else is like pretty decent matchup. So let's look at the Nathan stream thing. I know this is blurry, but your Dio matchup should be pretty good. Just inherently should be all right. Enigma, bad. Azalea, okay. You know, probably a little just a little favored. Not a whole lot, but a little. Aurora feels like it's a little favored as well. New, actually pretty rough. We kind of high rolled him a little bit there. Florian is actually very close, at least with the current iterations of the deck. I'm sure there's going to be some more tuned. It might be a little bit harder, but we won both of the Florian matches that we played tonight. So that felt okay. Verdance is actually very difficult, though. So I think like Enigma and Verdance are ones that like you really don't want to see at a high level. KO is also one that's unfavored, but if they're not on cast bones, then this could be fine. The other matchups that are pretty bad, obviously like Kano can be bad. I haven't played against any Kano since the bans though. Not really anybody is playing it. And then Max can be a little difficult as well. But Levia should be a little bit better in general, just because they don't have the Art of War like push turns. And everything else, for the most part, is really not that bad. So if you just gotta dodge the ladies, just dodge the ladies and you're fine. There's gonna be plenty of these other decks going around. A lot of people are gonna be playing KO, a lot of people are gonna be playing the Rune Blades, which you're fine into. And you're fine into these aggro decks here. So all in all, I think it's fine. So hopefully you guys enjoy. I'll go ahead and post this list in our TheCardGuyz Discord for the live stream. And I can do a write-up if I get enough requests on kind of the sideboarding strategies and whatnot. I'll probably iterate on this deck as well, and that'll be like a kind of live updated list based on, you know, kind of my meta findings and whatnot, right? Yeah, ladies are scary. But yeah, well, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all of you hanging out. I love it during this time, this season, right? Because we got a lot more people watching. So I think we peaked pretty high for one of these kind of gameplay streams, you know, like 80-ish, 90-ish or whatever. Pretty solid, pretty solid. So next stream we might veer away from Guardian and get more into the Earth, right? So I think that would be good and kind of give you my take on some of the Earth heroes, because I have been playing them a lot and I have some really good results with them too. But as of right now, I'm not going to divulge any lists. So the one thing I will tell you is I think Nova's list that was played in the show match is actually very good, and I think it's pretty close to being like one of the variants that Florian will be. Okay, so if you guys want to play some Florian, try that out. And then I think Max Klein's list for Verdance is very good too. So what AB do you put on for the Rune Blades? I generally do the boots. Just one AB for the boots, because the everything else just it does its job better, right? You're not giving your opponent a potential benefit. It's like the gist. But yeah. So if you guys want to see Earth, just let me know what Earth hero. I might do a poll. Just go vote that, and we'll try to make a day out of it. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate our sponsors, Magnolia Gaming, fabtcg, and Dragon Shield, as always. We will see you guys next time. Bye.